What is noble? One of the central concepts in Beyond Good and Evil is the idea of the noble. For Nietzsche, the noble is someone who rejects the conventional notions of morality and creates their own values. Nietzsche contrasts the noble with the slave, who is someone who follows the herd and accepts the values and morality that are imposed on them by society. The slave is someone who does not think for themselves, but instead follows the beliefs and values of others. While capitalist societies don't say it out loud, the idea is that rich is good, poor is bad, beautiful is good, and ugly is evil. Industrial capitalism, which intensified with the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, exploited these human emotions to push masses of stuff for consumption. Slaves, who had always admired the life of the aristocracy, had a vague admiration for the clothes they wore and the precious metals they wore, and a desire to have those things for themselves, and as they worked and earned money, they began to buy their luxuries one by one. Industrial capitalism began to produce more and more expensive and extravagant things, with models that looked like aristocrats, and they called it fashion, and people voluntarily enslaved themselves to buy the things of aristocrats. According to Nietzsche, the noble is someone who has the strength to reject traditional morality and create their own values. This requires a great deal of courage and self-awareness, as well as a willingness to embrace one's own individuality and take responsibility for one's own life. Nietzsche argues that the noble is not bound by traditional notions of good and evil, but instead creates their own values based on their own experiences and desires. This is a radical departure from traditional morality, which is based on the idea of a universal, objective standard of good and evil. Nietzsche says this:
"He praises me, therefore he thinks I am right. This foolish reasoning spoils half of our hermit's life, because it brings this fool into our neighborhood or into our circle of friends. Every community degrades people in some way, some place, sometime. Philosophers are those who are constantly experiencing strange things, seeing, hearing, doubting, hoping, dreaming. Sometimes running away from themselves. Sometimes afraid of themselves, but always coming back to themselves because their curiosity is so strong."
Overall, the concept of the noble in Beyond Good and Evil is a complex and nuanced one, and has been the subject of much debate and interpretation over the years. However, it remains an important and influential concept in Nietzsche's philosophy, and one that continues to shape our understanding of morality and ethics today.